All right, folks, what is going on? We got one more episode left, but we're talking about Lovecraft Country, episode 9. Was it yeah, wow, how the hell I forget the name of the episode? Rewind 1921. Yeah. So
Let me
I will
let,
say that is their least creative name this whole season.
let, let me also state, so we got a
Because
little bit of the following in this episode. We got some Exorcist, some Back to the Future, again Full Metal Alchemist,
some Doctor Who.
Absolutely.
Because you're not going to tell me Hippolyta was not my doctor when she did that.
No, hold on, and one more, and one more. Dragon Ball with Hippolyta turns Super Saiyan Gold.
I know,
Super
right?
Saiyan Blue.
Bro, she went Super Saiyan God mode on that shit, like yeah.
And you know what? That also further stamps the age old argument. By the way, Saiyans are black people. Done.
Exactly.
Let's move on.
Yeah,
They're the niggas of the universe. Everyone calls them monkeys, and hey,
RZA was right.
I feel like an asshole because I was talking to D and stuff. He's gonna jump on and stuff. I was like, I feel kind of spoiled from Endgame when they kind of like debunked all the time travel theories. So I'm like, so Lovecraft is going back to future logic with time travel. So do not touch anything from the past or it affect your future. And I was like
the wild thing is, the wild thing is like the way they laid it out. They already suppose their stable time loop that they had already created. Mm-hmm. So causality was already in play.
And like even in like with Hippolyta with her infinite wisdom, she didn't know exactly kind of like what happened. They went in and they did the quote unquote right things. It reminded me of when Harry Potter thought his dad came out and saved him. And it was actually his ass that saved himself.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot that J.K. Rowling.
It don't matter. The story still exists.
Anyways.
It still sticks.
Yeah, it still sticks. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, in a way, it's like, I think this one was better because it's just like, I definitely felt like Tick. I'm sorry, I'm saying I like a lot. But Tick got an understanding of what the fuck his father went through. Doesn't excuse it, but it makes him understand more why his father was the way he was. And I think I like this little loop thing going on where it's like Tick realizing that his father went through some bullshit, Tick realizing that he saved his father realizing that, his son saved him, Tick realizing that his father chose him, even though he might not have known how to show the best look. Like, that was just so beautiful. I'm sorry, I went way ahead.
I feel this is an episode where I'm like, so, hey, Montrose, so what more secrets do you have? I feel you have more secrets. I don't know why. It's just like when he sat at the table, he was like, yeah, so Tick, I might not be your father. I'm like, God damn it, Montrose, how many fucking secrets do you got, man?
Crazy. CJ, look, first of all, wouldn't you keep more secrets, to yourself after you realized you was getting your ass whooped in public by Lala from Black Lightning?
I'm just saying, the nigga was a gay dude in the 1920s. Secrets is his middle name.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I really liked about this episode, and I gotta say, for me, this is the best episode of the season. For me, it's the best episode.
It is.
They showed generational trauma. They showed how secrets. They showed how people are really just trying to meet their core needs and address their core hurts, and it doesn't always come out in the healthiest manners. Like he did love his son, but he didn't know how to love. He wasn't. You saw how he was trained to love. You saw how he was trained to love himself, and so it was impossible for him to be the kind of father that would have had a healthy relationship. But in his mind, in his warped sense of relationships, he was doing the best he could to be the father for him,
Yeah.
And
there were... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it doesn't excuse anything he does, but I think people look for excuses or redemption instead of looking for what were they trying to meet, right? Most people don't wake up in the morning deciding to be the bad guy in life. And if they do, it's probably because they feel the bad guy is the safest person to be in the room,
Yeah.
And I really like that they've again, his acting has elevated this show in moments.
There were like 50 shades of PTSD in there because, like, even in the beginning, there's like Jared was like, "Hey man, why Tick on this bullshit again?" And it's like, oh, that's Tick's PTSD from his father beating his ass, going to that fucked up ass war. You know, the Nine Tails with Gia.
Like, I'll say this. Me and Dee were talking about this. I feel we were spoiled by Watchmen's Tulsa Massacre, so it's like I'm looking at this massacre like it was bad, but it's like it's not really touching.
This one Watchmen. Was more localized.
I had a different. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying this one was more localized. Like the one in Watchmen, they did a full scale, like the whole city and stuff. This one focused a lot on that family.
Like, so honestly, in watching this, I felt like HBO really was just like, oh, we already paid for the assets to bomb Tulsa one time. All right, let's roll them assets back out like a battle in Gundam Seed. Let's go.
So when they first started going back to CJ. I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit, but then seeing it, what we didn't get from the Watchmen was we didn't see Tulsa as a functioning community, right?
Yeah.
We saw them going to different business thing, and I like that aspect because we only saw the destruction, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but at HBO, I remember the destruction scenes and seeing. When I grew up, we just called it Black Wall Street. I think growing up, I didn't remember what the name was.
Everybody said Black Wall Street at this point. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So seeing it as a functioning, thriving, and for some reason in my mind, I thought it was just like a strip of a street. So to see it as a whole town, or like
there's a whole damn ass district, dog.
Right.
Yep.
Right. It that had a great impact on me, just seeing it from that perspective, and also like how they equated Tick's trauma from the war to the trauma that Black people have been suffering for generations in this country, right? We've all been through like a war of microaggressions to major aggression. Like it's, I really like the lens they used in this episode.
I'll say I turned away from this TV one time, and I miss Hippolyta just popping up out of nowhere. I'm like, hold on, where the hip hop? Wait, what happened?
Oh, yeah, Hippolyta showed up. That was the intro.
Yeah, hey, like my daughter's sick. What you say, nigga?
I love that scene because like she came in like she already like she done saw the universe and stuff, but she just breezed in like she just went on a little vacation or something. Like I'm back from
perspective will make you insane.
Exactly.
So.
Dude, once she started going all Doctor Who, like I've seen different scenarios. I'm like with Doctor Strange now from Infinity War. Like you've seen every future possibility. Like, I was on Earth 503. It was crazy.
She did not say that not as nearly as Shakespearean as she should, in my opinion. Like they should have been like, I have seen the stars burst. I have seen everything grow and crush before me. I have seen things that you have wished. I have seen presidents live, die, and be born again.
But,
I know the future.
But like for all that drama, are oh my god, I almost said Hippolyta. Are Tick and Leti worth all that shit? Like, look, my daughter is sick. Erase y'all feelings.
It's like fuck your feelings. It's like fuck your feelings.
Look, I mean, Tick honestly he really had no choice but to erase them feelings because, as I said in the last 3 episodes, that man saw the truth.
I know, right? Dog. And here's let's talk about this real quick. So Ruby is still kind of like, I mean, I like
drunk off a white dick.
Exactly.
Drunk off of white dick.
It was like, it's like she was still kind of like, it's like I like white penis, but this is my black womanhood, and I'm like, hey, Ruby, come on, like, what are you doing?
Somebody with a better tongue can make it. Look, come on now. Come on. Hey, y'all, look. All white people ain't bad. All right? All white people are not bad. Sure.
And with her, like, respectability politics from the beginning of the series, she was all about, well, Black people just got their jobs. She was doing that hard, so it all fits in.
Yeah.
I got a theory that Ruby is Uncle Ruckus's mom. And
I have a theory that she's gonna do some little gotcha shit at the end of all this, and somehow that will redeem all of the dumb bullshit she did for the last 3 episodes.
Hey D, I already had I had a question as I was watching Ruby when she had that conversation with Christina. I said, "Hey, yo, Ruby, who are you trying to convince? The audience or mildly attractive Tommy Lauren?"
Exactly.
I mean, yo, for real. And I like how she's like really explaining that shit. Like, okay.
Like,
Yo,
that's cool.
hold on. Did you see how she tried to pull? Like freaking Leti into the car? I'm like, no, you're not gonna pull.
Get in this car.
Like, no, you should get in the car with me. Nah,
I'm good.
nah.
I will give Ruby this.
Slow down.
That actually would have worked on me.
You are not gonna sit here and try to finesse Miss Light Skin into getting in the car with you. That ain't gonna work.
The light skin delegation says that'll work on me. I'm just letting you know. I got that car quick.
Harris, you know me. I love saying this because light skin jutsu does not work on me.
Like, that is not gonna work on me, D. Just look at her like,
no. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop. Too cute. No,
but
Thank
like,
you too.
oh man, but like that whole but it's like, I will always appreciate Christina's saying she keeps that consistent energy. Like, I mean, I care, but I really don't care. It's like
She's the most selfish one in the whole fucking show.
But she lives her truth in the selfishness.
The most selfish one in the show.
But
and I like how
that big Karen energy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, you just know that it's like, yeah. So I want to be immortal. Fuck everybody. She is just so. I don't like her, but she's deliciously evil. I would give her that. She's just like, you don't give a shit.
They kept her saying
she's the dwarf in the glass.
Yeah. I think you know what I won't compare it to that. Never mind. Go ahead.
She is. She's not in the glass. The dwarf in the flask from Brotherhood.
No, I know what you meant, but I was talking about something else. I was talking about something else. Anyway,
I mean, yeah. I mean, but like, it was I kind of forgot also too that that's how they were able to do the whole body dysmorphia, because they were keeping the bodies alive and stuff. I was like, oh shit, that's right, that's how they do it.
See,
and she was like,
did they mention that before? Because I didn't remember.
Well, no, because Ruby went inside that room and she saw her brother hooked up to the machine, and then she saw the woman that she was transforming into hooked up to the machine as well and stuff.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think it was, what episode was it? I think was it?
That was like, God.
2 episodes ago? Yeah, 2 episodes. Yeah, 3 episodes ago. Yeah.
So Charnel dropped some interesting Easter egg on me, because what was the groundskeeper's name?
Oh yeah, because she was the groundskeeper, wasn't she?
Yeah. So in the book, when Ruby said when she was letting the groundskeeper die, like, I always pictured myself as redhead. The groundskeeper in the book was a redhead, but
okay.
Yeah. All right.
That worked for the 10% of people out there. I get
it. Well, all right.
But here's the funny thing. Here's the sick part. Here's the funny part. As much as I say, I would do the same thing if I wrote it. Mm-hmm. I would do the same thing. Just a little itty bitty thing. Like, if none of y'all got it, I got it. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it.
The interesting thing was, like, last week when Tit came back and ran through, like, yeah, my son wrote this book, and except this thing's different, this thing's different, this thing's different. All the things that are different are the things that are changed from the book to the show.
You say that like you're the one that read the book.
But you told me, and you ain't talking.
But yeah. So yeah, all of the little Easter eggs.
Exactly. I'm just
Hey, but you know what? Hey, but you know what though? Shout outs to the police chief who realized I killing all these niggas, but I can't stay alive. I'm like,
you know what? Fuck your social commentary show. Fuck your social commentary, number one. Number two, dumb motherfucker. Everybody knows that nigga bodies only last for about 45 days, man. We already all know that, man.
Should've got an Asian man.
That was in the fucking Bible. Come on, dog.
All that work and we keeping them together the same.
No, you know, that's a good question. I say that as a joke, but like I get the idea, black people make the best stuff, so why wouldn't our bodies be the best type of bullshit? Or, we're just athletically superior or whatever have you, like that. But my question is this.
All true.
What skin tone is the best? What gives you the best performance at all?
Hey,
Let's be real. I just want to know which skin tone works the best.
The question is, what is the melanin to fast twitch muscle ratio?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like Ant. Now you rolled your eyes, nigga. You could probably be the most superior one out of all of us. So I'm just, and you the lightest. So I'm just saying, don't roll your eyes yet. This is a conversation.
All I'm saying is the police chief clearly had a type because he went for dark Mandingo looking.
Hey, real talk.
I
like that darkness
from that.
I'm just saying. If you kill Shaquille O'Neal, Chris, if you kill Shaquille O'Neal, you're taking his body, right?
I don't know if I want those 7-foot problems though, but maybe, possibly.
Nigga, you 2 inches away from it. Shut up.
All right, but there's a difference between like Chris's like 6'9", I forget numbers, 10. 6'6".
I love how we overshoot your fight, nigga.
You call it lanky as shit. I don't care. Anyway, there's between that Kilo Teal, like 300 pounds, 7 foot. But back to the show.
But I love how Christina came in there with her basically doing some big dick whipping in that whole scene. Like, yeah, looks like your black powers don't work on you now, buddy.
Well. Remember that time you told me, I just killed the big ones. It will make me stronger. Well, guess what?
Hey, bitch, you thought.
Yo. I will say this. I did like the body parts scattered everywhere. I did that.
The desperation is what had me rolling though. It was like, how many niggas did we kill? I'm like,
like yo, I like the fact that you saw like half a foot, half of the torso, or a random arm. Like these motherfuckers are really trying to find the choice parts. Yeah.
Again, how many body parts besides his face before he's just black?
As long as he has the long sleeves on and the shirt up there and he wears gloves, he's fine. He's fine.
I mean, my man,
he was fucking. That's what I
don't know.
But I just say one of really nerdy side tangent that still kind of relates. That all of this like medical experimentation and stuff, a really good book to read to kind of understand where they pulled a lot of this from. Read Medical Apartheid by Harriet Washington.
So yeah, that's a really good. If you look at the science at the time, there were medical journals that talked about what we had extra muscles and all this other shit. And there were reasons for why we died early, not because we didn't have proper medical care for nutrition. Just like we had like internal dysfunction, genetic dysfunction just from being black and things like that. The medical journals up until, well, I wouldn't say recently, but let's say conservatively up until 1979.
See, I was gonna say 1985, 86 at least, you know. But
yeah. No, it's about Ant's about right, about the 70s, maybe late 60s.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy and the dichotomy of whiteness is that we're both superior enough that we belong in the fields, but inferior enough that our bodies are like weak and can't handle the white man's diseases.
Well, yes, my young Negro lady. Look at the gorilla, you see.
Enough to do complex jobs or chores or like fly a plane or anything like that. So even though they might run faster than us, they still can't think like us. And you must understand.
Much like an animal, the Negro brain is not sized like ours. You see, the Negro can do basic math, but doing calculus, that's above the Negro.
Bro,
that's the whole concept of a fucking idiot savant, which doesn't exist, by the way, comes from like a black person that figured out or was a genius at like piano and stuff.
The bright boy.
Like basically anytime like a black person showed any type of, above average intelligence, they still couldn't read and stuff because, we weren't taught that, but it still was just like you could tell they were intelligent. That's where that whole like idiot savant, it's not where it came from, but that's where it really started to take off in literature and as a trope. So
I like you. I need y'all to switch chairs right now. I need you to be close.
Come on.
But it's definitely the truth.
I mean, hey, look. All I'm saying
the thing that tripped me out is that No, Chris, here's the funny thing. That's the fucking truth. I'm talking books used to refer to anybody with dark color in their skin as pretty much fucking animals.
Yep.
They would even name our body parts different parts from white people. I'm not fucking kidding you about that.
No, I know about that.
Especially in Germany. Especially in Germany.
I mean, come on, D. Let's be real about this, D. I didn't even have to know that because, again, you know, we kids, we know about Jesse Owens, right? I still remember watching one of those like movies that they did about Jesse Owens, and like Hitler looked at Jesse like, this black Negro is going to whoop our ass. God damn it!
Real talk. I think Hitler was like, I got 500 on that black motherfucker, right?
Yeah, you know, he's probably making
sure.
Was Hitler's gambling expertise.
Who does? No, it's like this. Like this. Hitler, very good artist, good talker, amazing gambler, shitty person.
I mean, you also kind of skip that he's a horrible drug addict. Was actually not as smart is what we thought he was.
Look, we could write a whole book on just the bad, or just one bad thing Hitler did. So
true.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure that book is already out there.
But nah, but had me rolling though was like Hippolyta when they were putting back up the time machine, and she just started talking about when she was talking about motherboards, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is a motherboard?" And I was like, "Oh."
That just got real hotep real quick because I was just like motherboard and she plugging in because she the mother. I'm like, oh, they put some, yeah. I'm like, they put some
shit right there. Because see, she's
somebody. I guarantee you that was me. Misha Green was looking at this. Ha! Y'all like that, right? Right? Fuck all y'all. I laughed at it.
Brother, we have sent this mother out to the year 3000 and brought her back to put the mother in the board.
Stay woke. Stay woke.
I need the actress to watch Doctor
I just need
Who,
I just need
the actress to be a Doctor Who fan so she can get the
She did the Doctor Who stumbling around like I know what the fuck is going on, but I don't sound like I know what the fuck is going on.
I need somebody to take a picture. I need somebody to take a picture of her with a kufi on and her eyes red as she's plugging the shit in.
No.
The moment
the TARDIS need kente cloth though. We need to.
Hey, D, the moment she look, first of all, the moment she name dropped that motherboard, I was like, oh god, she kept computers puting. Hey, Chris,
yeah. I lie to you not. When she walked up to that thing, I'm like, Nick Nolte. Ah, she didn't do it.
Oh, bro, when he was like, fuck it.
I know she was like, no, for real. No, also real shit. I was ready for her to do some real gangster shit, like she takes it and like jam it dead on her neck or something like that. I was ready for some boss shit to go down. She just grabbed it. And I was like, all right, that still worked.
Yeah, I mean, look, when she sat there and said, oh, I already got them shits in my wrist, and I was like, oh, damn. Well, never mind.
She came back and cyborg.
That shit to my veins.
Damn,
I just feel like there should have been somebody in the corner. I felt like there should have been somebody in the corner of the TV screen saying, you remember that reference? You remember that? 2 episodes ago? All right, just check it.
I do have a question for all of y'all. So they go back to the day of
hours before,
literally hours before the Tulsa Massacre. They go through all of that headache of trying to blend in. Leti, hold on. So Leti,
exactly.
Leti, you put on the dress, got the pearls and everything, looking all cute and light skinned. That's beautiful. You really thought you was gonna get away with them low tops, huh?
Yo, I was ready for a white man.
Letty prove why that worked. Letty is anything but an exceptional track star, and you are not going to slow that woman down.
Stop. Hold up. I got this. Yo, Aunt, I got this. Hold on. You are not going to sit here and tell me that she's an acceptable track star when the place is getting bombed and she is taking a brisk stroll back to the damn portal.
She was doing that. Like what Rod says from Got Tips, because I credit everybody. She was doing that impossible white man shit. She needed to do that.
She had to do that impossible white man shit. Yo, I had my wife. I had my wife yelling at me the whole entire time. D, stop riffing. Ain't that serious? Ain't that serious? And shit, right? The second Leti was doing that little itty bitty slow walk, my wife was like, bitch, you have the star off of Mario. Walk, move.
Dude, I do think
it's like she's invulnerable, but it's like, nigga, you on a timeline, like,
seriously.
It's like,
you know what? Hey guys, you know what?
Wait, D, hold up, D. You are on a time like you got T-minus 10 seconds. Hippolyte over here about to go into cardiac arrest. And you just take your sweet ass time.
We're all wrong, guys. We're all wrong.
I mean,
but you gotta remember, we all wrong here because she had to do that. The music was telling her to walk slow.
All I'm saying is this.
She had to commit to CP time.
I mean, look, I will say this.
You know what? Thank you, Ant. Yes, I'm so glad there was no Cardi B.
I will say this, though. At least it was funny because nobody...
It wasn't bombs over Baghdad. Oh, D said it.
They should have played.
D fucking said it. As a person that has fucking relatives that were in Tulsa, I said it, nigga.
Dude, actually, I'm kind of mad that they did stop the trope of like some of the modern music, because some of those things, I'm just sitting there and looking, it's like, they could have played so many goddamn trap songs in this.
There were opportunities. No, of course. That would have been terrible. That would have been terrible.
A few episodes when Tick was beating Montrose ass, they should have played Nuck If You Buck.
You know what?
Why you like this?
Hey, all I'm saying is this. How is it that, look, and this is something that happens in a lot of time travel movies, because you remember in fucking Back to the Future, why the fuck this guy wearing a fucking life preserver in this fucking cafe, right? And nobody checked like Marty's wearing jeans that clearly aren't like 1950s, but whatever, right? But it took an old black woman to be like, hold up. You don't belong here. Why are you wearing them shoes?
Wait. Think about it.
Women would check about it. Shoes, like, where you get them shoes from? Those shoes ain't coming out. Like, I don't know them shoes.
First of all, who's gonna pay more attention to fashion than women?
True.
Who's gonna pay more attention to son don't smell right than an old black woman?
Oh, she about ready to fucking...
And you know what it was? See, I knew something wrong with you. I let your little narrow, white-looking ass walk up in my house.
Exactly.
Hold on. Bitch,
she wanted to check her since she first
walked in. Bitch, who the fuck is PF Flyer? Who the fuck is that?
Oh, she about ready to shoot her too. I was appreciative of that. She's like, oh yeah, if you don't start talking, you dead.
You did.
Because again,
I'm blaming on the white man.
Who going to stop or check anybody except for an old black woman?
Granny, and you know how hard I am on this fucking show. When they did that, I was like, continuity. I like that. That was smart. Because there are good
movies. Why do you always come back the day of? Come the day before. The day before the riots. Why are you coming the fuck the day 3 hours before?
I agree with that, man.
I agree with you. I agree with you. They covered the bases on it though, because the picture that Montrose had was the pre-prom picture of him and George and their father.
Hey yo, Luffy! Hey yo, Luffy! Chill, nigga!
I was waiting for it.
But here's the thing. That was an excuse. That's my problem. I hate that. It's an excuse. That's not an explanation. This is an excuse.
I mean, you know what? When Montrose was telling Tick what was going to happen, right? And I was thinking, okay, maybe Montrose is going to do it, but they're just watching everything happen. I was like, that's fucked up. Like, damn. Like, he sees his boy get shot in the head again, and it's like, fuck.
Oh, disclaimer, save me, fuck the timeline. Just so you know, I want to be saved.
Please save me, please.
Look, I'm going to be looking at you with a giant ants come marching through New York.
I will move to a different continent. Just save me. That's
me going back. It might be going back in time, and all of a sudden I tackle Martin Luther King from that bullet at the hotel, and he's like, "Son, who are you?" I'm an angel. Peace.
It's like, Martin, don't go to Memphis. All right, I won't go to Memphis. 3 days, he shot in motherfucking Little Rock. So you gotta do something different. You have to do something different.
No,
it's what these
I was going to say something, but it was not going to be good.
Birthmark now? Do we know this? Do we know they all have birthmarks?
I mean,
Yo, wait. Was that a thing?
Yeah, well, that's what it was. Like Tick, I think, it was like 2 episodes ago when Tick went to Kentucky.
It was 3.
Yeah, 3 episodes ago. Yeah, Tick basically saw the picture of the birthmark on the back of his mother's back from an old picture when he went to go visit his relatives and stuff. So
how did they know that was a birthmark and not like a brand or something?
Because Tick had the same birthmark and he was looking in the mirror right when his.
So they're Joe stars. They're Joe stars.
They're Joe stars.
Yes.
Free stars. They're free stars.
Yeah.
So is Montrose Speedwagon basically? Is that what you're saying?
Fuck y'all, I'm out. I'm done. I quit.
Actually, George would be oh my god, Zibbity.
You are not about to fucking do this, nigga. No, you not. You are not about to fucking say it. No, you are not about to fucking sit here and say who's who, all right? Because clearly
what are you about to say? Clearly Tick is who?
Because clearly Tick is John Joseph. So, you know.
Yeah.
I said D is Abdal, so
Nah, see, I was gonna say Tick is the Joe. I was gonna say Tick is the Joe star that didn't get a show, basically.
Oh, he's the best.
Joseph's dad.
Yeah. Yep. He didn't get a show.
George
didn't get a show.
Or George didn't get a show.
Wow, he is George. He is them. Yeah.
Yep. George got no show. I was like, yep, no show at all. It's like, damn.
You had a stand, didn't know what homo was. You a bitch.
Oh my god, man.
We have not talked about the show really in like 15 minutes, just so you know.
I'm mad as hell. I'm mad as hell that y'all somehow brought JoJo into this. Fuck y'all. I would never forgive you for that.
Hey,
I had nothing to do with that.
I know you would. I know you didn't.
I mean, look. I appreciate, but I also
underestimated how much of a weed we were.
But I also appreciate. But there was a subtle scene that I thought was funny. Montrose is in the garage drinking that fuck. I'm gonna say moonshine. Fuck it, it's moonshine. And I like how Tick was like, "The fuck you doing drinking?" And then two seconds
moonshine, nigga. That's kerosene. I don't give a fuck what you drink.
You mean grain? You mean grain alcohol? Fucking Everclear. That's basically what it was.
Everclear. No.
That shit was Everclear, man. I just like how Tick looked at him like, go ahead and take a swig of this shit because this is getting crazy right now.
Because that's normal nigga shit, and that's what I liked about this show. Because, like, okay, so I ain't going to compare differences for the book and stuff because nobody cares about that. But, like, one thing I will say, like, Matt Ruff did a good job for a white man writing black characters, and he got some of the stuff right. But it is a definite difference in the show with all these black people around knowing niggas do shit like you ain't supposed to be drinking, man, and then they take it and drink it because that's nigga shit. This is what we do.
What you getting high on the job for? You know we gotta go somewhere.
Exactly.
We gotta do this. What are you doing?
oh yeah, there was something else from this episode. I meant to tell you about this, Chris. So Atticus broke his streak.
No sweating,
dude. He broke his streak of not running around, sweating, and being confused.
I don't know. He was confused a little bit.
No.
Puddle does not mean confusion.
D. It has to be all three put together, like it's been for the last 5 episodes.
Okay. Yeah. All right, it's like Exodia. All of it or none of it, nigga.
Yes, it's Exodia.
The important part is he didn't break his streak of medium shirts, and I appreciated that.
I'm about to say his shirt is tight as hell.
Yes,
like every shirt. That's what the lady.
It's
you know what?
It's Michael K. Williams.
Again, you know the one thing I will never knock on this show. I have said this at least 5 times in this episode, and that was more than any other episode. So yes, I will give this episode that. Guys, stop acting. Fuck, stop acting.
They are phenomenal.
Stop acting.
Every time
goodness!
Cries, I'm just sitting here like,
I'm like, yo, this show doesn't deserve.
On the right eye,
doesn't deserve none of it.
He did a bow, and then he had that, and the old woman had a little.
I'll tell you one thing. That's the.
He did the
that's the one thing I'll tell you, man. I tell you, man, black folk, we have been doing that in media for the last at least almost 10 years. 10 years, I mean it, man. Black actors have been lights out when it comes to performing. And like I say, even in a show that I don't even consider good, holy fuck, all of you are acting. Stop it. Stop it. Be cheesy.
Even Lala from Black Lightning came in there, was like, yo.
Even Lala came in this shit with energy, nigga.
Yo, my man was like, yo, you gonna give me this goddamn
hey guys, how do y'all all like that? I clearly abused the living shit out of my kids and slapped my wife haircut that Lala had. How did y'all like that?
All that, and y'all ignoring the magnificent mustache that man had.
I like how all they did. I like how all they did was dip 2 cotton balls in all black paint and just added them to his face. That's all they did.
That was so good, you thought it was a real mustache, but I was sitting there looking at it. It's like that looks like a felt mustache.
That's an authentic. That's an authentic. Boy, I just
he can choke me a little bit. That's
an authentic. That's a pure authentic.
So I will say this episode makes me, this is what I want to see from the show, right? So I like this, the Nine-Tail episode, like if the groundwork is laid and we can get more episodes like this, I am.
Well, it's only one more episode there, dude. So
I'm saying I'm here for season 2.
I'm just saying if they stick the landing in episode 10, knock on wood, yeah.
I will say though, and this might be my thing as a black woman. My favorite show before this was the Hippolyta episode because that one spoke to me.
That was
like I felt like vindicated. They basically to me, it's like that show said, y'all have the agency as a black woman to be sexually free with the Josephine Baker. Y'all are fucking warriors with the homie. Warriors, I forgot the it's not Amazons, that's what white people named them.
See, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say and I wasn't trying to say this. I was gonna sit there. I was gonna say I didn't want to see I was gonna be an asshole and say great value Dora Milaje, but no, they were
they were the real ones before the homie. They fucked the French up, and the fact that they were called Amazons and stuff because that was what the French had from. That basically the French went back home, and because they didn't want to say they got their ass beat by a bunch of women, they mythologized these women so much and said they were like 10 feet tall, they were monsters. Dumb women, they should have played Knuck If You Buck on that fucking scene. Because that was the scene. That was the scene.
No.
That was the scene.
No. Clearly, of all songs, come on. The way this show has been going, clearly they need to play I Need a Roundaway Girl when they was doing all that. That's what they.
Look, I was saying this though. I will say this though. So does Hippolyta does she found Apple computers after when she goes back? I mean, she's smart as hell at this point. It's like
Hippolyta goes and drives to what's the name from Hidden Figures. Which that movie was bullshit too because I'm sorry, side tangent, but white people changing history and shit. Katherine Johnson didn't need no white man to knock down no colored bathroom sign.
Well, that was Kevin Costner. That was Kevin Costner coming in there and be like, "Hey, give me a moment." All right, cool.
She went in those bathrooms from the get go. You ain't had to tell her to go in those bathrooms. Sorry. That was just one of the.
They were called.
That's why black people need to tell our stories
or something like that. But it meant our mothers. So there was a bunch of women warriors called our mothers, and apparently they French's ass. So
they did twice.
Now, Ann, I have a question for you, sir. Since you said that you want to see more of this, after watching tonight's episode, I just gotta ask you, man. I'm gonna need you. Can you please pick a lane? Do you want to stick with the supernatural and magic, or are we going back to the isms?
I mean, this was a good mix.
This was the best. This is one. So the Hippolyta episode. This was they were really I just want them to be able to blend the story together where they don't do instant jump cuts from one genre to another, right? I want to smooth transition to the lanes back and forth, but weave them together. And I feel like this was showing the Tulsa. Like I said, I rolled my eyes at first when they said, "Oh, we're going to Tulsa." I was like, "We just fucking did this," but they did it a different way. And they showed it, and they did to me, they did it a better way than I don't want to say a better way because they kind of did the same thing about a homosexual man in the but they did a better job of doing the trauma, right? To me, the generational trauma of it. So I just want more writing like this. I don't want to feel like two different teams wrote two different parts. Like you take care of the sci-fi, we're gonna take care of the racism, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? Like I don't want that.
I mean, lessons learned basically is kind of like after this, hopefully, like I said, it's just episode 10 is where I'm really like, if they can stick the landing to a degree, then it's like, all right, you got something and stuff. Cause I mean, I think everybody's kind of waiting on pins and needles if it's going to get a second season. Cause I don't even think they announced like, oh, it's renewed for season 2, and all that stuff. So.
Hey man, everything is riding.
I do want non-evil white people.
It's pretty much riding on this last episode.
Yeah.
Also, and it's just kind of like the way that they're doing the story. It is a little bit kind of weird for me that I guess they are possibly setting up for season 2 because like the book is one and done. It's just you have it. It's very like episodic and stuff, but it's like wrapped up. And I can see where they can lead, I guess, to a second season kind of, but at the same time, it's still really. I don't know what they're going to do with the characters because it does seem, even though they're like throwing away all of like all of the book, they're like following some of the skeleton things that are happening because it's like there are some things where I point, it's like, okay, they picked the major plot point, they stuck that because there was an element of time travel or whatever in the book. And they will pick like one little part, just a little tiny part, so it's like marginally related, and they'll keep that. So if they're going with that same kind of framework, it makes me wonder what do they have planned for season 2?
And that's the scary part, that because it's like we're in the great unknown. I mean, granted, we already technically were because
I don't
that's the thing, man. Yeah.
Well, before you speak, but I don't want it to end up like the Game of Thrones thing, where because they ran out of like any type of material, you fall flat.
Oh, they were riding by the seat of their pants on Game of Thrones. Like, all right, let's just see what happens, And
they got to season 3, and they outpaced the books, and then they said, let's give ourselves a hard ending at season 6. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You cut your legs off. That's what happened.
So they did OG Full Metal Alchemist, and it was like, let's do a movie.
Yeah.
At least from a production standpoint, I can kind of understand that because, like,
now here's the thing: what they did with that, yes, totally understand why. But doing that to your story, you pretty much shot it in the foot multiple times. Characters that are acting the same, story is all over the place. You try to jam everything in one little box.
But even then, like, all the expansion material for Game of Thrones isn't beyond the end of the Westeros story. It's all it's all back looking into like events that happened either during the War of the Three Kings.
I like how you say expanded. I like how you say expanded because I really do believe that Game of Thrones is a total DLC of a fucking story.
It is. It's absolutely like an expansion off of was it George R. Martin went in the middle of the desert, got high on some peyote one day, and decided to read a little bit too much Tolkien and said, like, hey, what if I, like, put War of the Roses in a magical environment? And then he came back and the better part
I still think it's that simple, but yeah.
Wait. Is it not as simple as War of the Roses plus magic?
I mean,
I like both of y'all right now. You guys are my favorite people tonight.
I had to go back for like my one little soapbox. So there is room for them to expand on for other Lovecraft Country stuff because like the whole conceit of Lovecraft Country, like each sort of major section of the book seemed to have taken from different stories in the weird tales.
You didn't read the book.
I didn't read the book, but I talked to you about it. So because this episode, you got a little bit of like basically the Necronomicon stories that Lovecraft wrote. So the big sort of central story of this one kind of felt like the case of Charles Dexter Ward, which involves reanimating people. It involves going back in time to figure out what happens when you reanimate people, and there are a lot of they pick and choose little bits of the schlocky old writing that creates the Lovecraftian lore, and they just kind of expand on real mythos and kind of meld it all together. So
look, all I'm saying is,
as a horror fan, I love all this.
I mean,
somebody better go insane. That's all I care about.
That is true. I mean,
you got that. You got that a little bit because Leti and Georgia when they first saw the I'm gonna say Yogg-Sothoth. What's the
Shoggoth?
The Shoggoths. Their mental capacity just couldn't handle the reality until Christina snapped her fingers and all right, your veils have been lifted, and you heard for 3 minutes. Screaming.
I mean, look, I'm with D on this one. If episode 10 we don't see Cthulhu and Jackie Robinson, I'll be very mad.
Well, look. All right,
we got Jackie.
Don't
Robinson
use my word.
Hold on. Jackie Robinson.
Yeah,
that was the one thing. That was the one thing I really gave this episode. When he started talking, when Montrose started talking, he was like, "Yeah, thanks, kid." I was like, "Wait a minute." And Tick was looking like none of this shit make any sense. I was like, "Yeah, none of this makes any sense." And the second I saw that bat, I was like, "Fuck me." Beat the shit out of all them white folk, nigga. For me, of all the bullshit that I give this show, you actually stuck to that. You stuck to that dumbass storyline, and you gave me a payoff. Fuck you, that was nice.
Yes.
Thank you. I actually like that. But for real, Chris,
in there 2 weeks ago as well. Because Tick's aunt in St. Louis was the only people that escaped the house were me and some woman.
I forgot about that part.
I said it.
The only thing, Chris, the whole thing about Cthulhu, I already told you I dropped it, and I'm just mad at her perspective of why the fuck would you do that? That's just bad. That's just stupid to me. That's like saying this is a zombie show, and then one fucking zombie show up. It's sort of like that, but you know what? Yeah. Fuck whatever I think. I don't care. At this point, try to get your season 2. I don't care.
I agree. Putting the tentacles on the cover is kind of a cop out. Hey, what do people know from Lovecraft? Cthulhu, tentacles. Yeah. Put that on there.
And that's why I said that doesn't make any sense. It's like having a motherfucking kernel there and ain't one piece of chicken there. That's why? Why would you do that?
To be fair,
it's Weird Tales country, but that doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Here's the funny thing.
Even the book cover was bullshit. Oh, sorry. To be fair, even the book cover was bullshit, because if you look at Matt Ruff's cover, it has the white KKK hoods that look like Cthulhu tentacles. Cthulhu never shows up, and they actually don't have the KKK. It's just regular old.
God, I hate misleading shit. Oh, God, that's misleading. That is so misleading. That is so misleading, man.
I will actually say I do, even though the book is complete. If you go in and you read the book and it's not like the show, they just share the character names. Only the first 2 chapters and the 2 episodes about saying the same thing. I would actually recommend a book, especially if you think that some of the stuff was a little bit too over the top. I'd say read a book. I think it's good. I still kind of like this better because I do like the infusion of blackness. Sometimes it's a little heavy-handed.
You know what? You're fine with that, though.
Heavy-handed, but
you're definitely fine with that. You're definitely fine with that. It's better just because it's black. And you know what? Sure, yeah, it is. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what's crazy though? It's I'm taking I'm taking wagers on new white people. Be like, I didn't know about the Tulsa. I'm like, but you didn't watch Watchmen? What the?
No, Chris. Chris, here's the thing. Here's the thing I keep on telling to everybody. Never be surprised at the dumbness and the shallowness and just the complete blindness of white people. I didn't know there was police brutality. Nigga, what? Never be surprised by it.
White people
never be surprised by it.
Oh my god, man!
White people.
Look, Chris, put it this way: if it wasn't for a white person telling another white person that the sky was blue, they would think it's purple because niggas would say it was blue. So,
Hey, how long did white people fight white people to say that the Earth is flat? And technically, we're still having that fight today.
I mean, yeah.
but the world is flat. So I didn't do that. I don't believe that. I said that for my boy Charles.
Y'all see that picture? Y'all see that picture? Like D just said that. Y'all see that picture? Somebody was like, "Yeah, this is what flat earthers think happened at Pearl Harbor." Like Japan literally flew the opposite way, and they went through Europe and United States.
I like how they flew all the way on the lower half of the globe just so they couldn't be picked up by nobody.
I laughed so hard at that. I was like, "You guys believe that?" I'm like,
"Yeah." I say, "Wow."
I mean, hey, but yeah, that is it for the recap, and yeah, we'll see you next week for episode 10, the season finale, and see you later. Peace out.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. Yay.